We've looked a couple of times recently at how many ads and promos the commercial TV channels are permitted to show every hour, and whether they're actually showing more than they should. As it happens, we're in the middle of a review of the Commercial Television Industry Code of Practice, which lays down the rules on these matters. The code is drawn up by the industry itself, though it has to be approved by the regulator ACMA. And for some weeks, the commercial TV umbrella body, Free TV, has had a draft revised code on its website. The changes it proposes, it tells us, are
designed to address various issues which have emerged as important to viewers since the last wholesale code review in 2003.
Sounds lofty and noble, but it's rubbish. The vast majority of the proposed changes are not important to viewers. On the contrary, they're clearly designed to make life easier or more profitable for the commercial TV networks. For example, in the present code, the hourly time limits apply to programme promotions as well as ads, and that
includes material of any length which promotes a programme or programmes broadcast by the station, or which promotes the station or its activities.
According to Free TV, viewers are clamouring to have that clause changed to
applies only to material greater than 10 seconds in length which promotes a programme or programmes broadcast by the station.
Get it? Networks would be able to promote a programme for up to 10 seconds without it counting towards the time limit. Like this, for example.
The chase is on. Tommy Lee Jones, Wesley Snipes and Robert Downey Jr. U.S. Marshals. Tonight 8:30 on 9.
10 seconds exactly. Perhaps they could then promote another programme for 10 seconds, and another. None of them would count. And the industry's proposing another nifty little change in the clause dealing with
exempt non-programme matter.
Clause 5.5 of the current code lists a swagger material that doesn't count towards the limit. It can add up to 2 or 3 minutes of guff in the hour, including
a spoken or visual listing of programmes to be broadcast that day evening.
Like this, for example.
Tonight on 7 after All Saints, would you take the challenge to shave 20 years off your look on 10 years younger in 10 days at 10:30?
Programme listing doesn't count towards the limit. But that's only if
it contains no more than 10 seconds of visual material from any programme or programmes broadcast by the station.
Well, Free TV is now proposing to delete the words
that day evening.
And then they propose to change 10 seconds to 30 seconds. 30 seconds? And that's of material from the actual programmes. Toss in the list itself and some frilly graphics, and you could be looking at up to a minute of promos for programmes coming up next week or next month that won't count as promos. And here's something that Seven's running right now that it reckons doesn't count as an ad. Was that a commercial for Cadbury's milk chocolate, glass and a half of full cream milk and all that jazz? Perish the thought. Seven tells us
the Cadbury spot is classified as a station ID.
And according to the code, the current one and the proposed revision, a station identification is exempt. Doesn't count towards the hourly limit on ads and promos.
Provided that there is no reference to the day and or time of broadcast of any programme or programmes.
Doesn't say you can't run brand names all over your station IDs. It's not an ad and it's not a promo. It is a great new money spinner. Want to make a complaint about it? Or perhaps you wanted to complain about this.
Look around.
Maybe you felt it contravened this section of the code.
A licensee may not broadcast a program which is likely, in all the circumstances, to provoke or perpetuate serious contempt or severe ridicule against a person or group of persons on the grounds of age, colour, national or ethnic origin, race.
According to the online polls, most Australians saw nothing wrong with the Jackson Jive sketch, but it certainly provoked contempt and ridicule against Australians all around the world.
The thing that's so disturbing about this is that it actually is a minstrel show, right? A minstrel show, which is where white people paint their faces black for the entertainment of white people.
That's pretty much extinct now. It doesn't happen anymore.
Except in Australia.
Well, if you did think the sketch breached the code, you need to complain to 9 in the first instance. If you want a response, that complaint has to be in writing. And according to the code...
This includes a complaint sent by facsimile to the licensee's main facsimile number, but unless a licensee specifically agrees, does not include complaints lodged by electronic mail or on computer disk.
In other words, in the up-to-the-minute world of commercial TV, emails aren't in writing. Don't count, can be entirely ignored. Last year, a Senate committee decided this was nonsense and recommended that
all broadcasters should amend their codes of practice and website capabilities to allow viewers to make complaints about the code by email or electronically.
The Rudd government agrees with the Senate committee on that one.
The government supports this recommendation. ACMA will raise this issue with Free TV Australia.
In fact, ACMA has already done so. 2 years ago, it recommended that
licensees introduce a system whereby formal complaints relating to code matters can be lodged electronically.
None of it has made a jot of difference. Free TV's proposed new code still says email complaints won't require a response
unless a licensee specifically agrees.
Which shouldn't surprise us. Free TV is long on rhetoric about public participation. Announcing its new draft code, CEO Julie Flynn said,
"Commercial television stations are committed to the public review process, by which we ensure the code reflects community standards."
Reality's another thing. Free TV did invite submissions from the public about its draft code, but the submissions aren't to be made public. Free TV won't tell us how many it's received or from whom. It won't be posting them on its website, it'll be passing them on to ACMA, and that's it. Some public review, some process. There may well be behind-the-scenes horse trading with ACMA before the final revised code is published. We'll be fascinated to see what comes out the other end. Meanwhile, you can read some of the submissions on our website.